Okay, in my last or previous video, this is what we did. Okay, so you will be showing two links here. Okay, we have a login where it will proceed to this bookmark. Okay, as you can see here, and then we have another one, register. Okay, it will ask the user to register first. Okay, so let me show you also the PHP my admin. Okay, so as you can see here in my PHP my admin, okay, there's no records for the user yet. So if I register a new user, okay, it's automatically the administrator. Okay, so the second user that will register, okay, is the customer. Okay, so the user can now log in, okay, using the accounts given. So we have the admin, okay, that's the username and password. Okay, so it will allow access, and same with the customer. Okay, using the username given and the password. Okay, so it will be allowed access. Okay, so you should be able to include the following PHP codes in your HTML template. Okay, so if you click login or register, okay, it will basically jump to the bookmark, okay, on the page below. Okay, same thing that is happening here, and as you can see. Okay, so the following codes are given. Okay, so we have here the login. Okay, so you will be accessing config.php. Okay, config.php specifies the computer, which is currently the local host. This can also be an IP address of your local machine. Okay, the name of the database. Okay, this is the name of our database. Okay, the username, and currently there is no password, okay, for our MySQL server. Okay, so as you can see, we're gonna be logging in and also registering. Okay, so that is our login.php. Okay, so for logging in, okay, you will be using this SQL query to check if the email and password, okay, is the same with the values, okay, that are inputted here. Okay, so if they are the same, okay, automatically num results will return 1. Okay, if it is not found, okay, num results will return 0, wherein we will automatically redirect and display this value, okay, in our URL. Okay, otherwise, if the num results is not 0, okay, if it is found, the email and password is correct, okay, we're going to check if the user is admin or a customer. So if the user is the admin, we will redirect to this, okay, URL, and if the user is a customer, we will also redirect to this URL. So we need to close the database after creating a connection. Okay, so that's how our login PHP works. Okay, and then this is our index Okay, as you can see, it's simply a bookmark. Okay, register bookmark, and then we have the register bookmark here, and login bookmark. Okay, and login bookmark, and then we have our okay register PHP, wherein we connect to the database again. Okay, check if the email is not empty, because the email and password is important, but in this case I only check if the email is not empty. Okay, so if this variable, this one, is true, we're going to proceed to the next statement. Okay, wherein we're going to check, okay, if the user exists. Okay, if the user exists, we will proceed sa else. Okay, if the user that is trying to register, okay, is non-existing, num results is 0. So we're going to insert, okay, the records sa database. Okay, otherwise, if none results returned 1 or more, okay, we will simply, okay, check the email. Okay, so we're going to check if it is 0. Okay, if it is 0, we're going to, okay, so if it is 0, meaning the user does not exist, and we're going to assign a customer. Okay, so it's a customer. Okay, so sa previous example, this one, okay, there is no record found, automatically it's the administrator. Okay, so if there is a record, okay, we will then assume that the user trying to register is a customer. Okay, that's why we need to check the email first. Okay, so let's proceed to the using cookies. Okay, so let's proceed to adding cookies in my previous example. So I will now open the file index.php. Okay, and then we're going to add cookies. Okay, so first, okay, the following, register and login, okay, these two links should only appear if the user is not logged in. Okay, so you can only register and log in, okay, if you are not logged in yet. Okay, so I'm going to include a condition here. Okay, so if the user is not logged in, okay, so we should be able to show the register and login hyperlink. Okay, otherwise we should display logout. Okay, so if this cookie contains a value, okay, meaning we are already logged in, so the option here is to log out. Okay, so if you are not logged in yet, the cookie holds no value, so your options are to register or log in. Okay, so let me just end the code block here. Okay, so if we try running the program, okay, let me save this one. Okay, so okay, this one will try running the logout PHP. Okay, if you click this link, and on the next line it will print welcome. Okay, the type of user, which is either, if you go back to your PHP my admin, Okay, so if you, this is the type of user, so you're either an admin or a customer. Okay, so it will print welcome admin followed by your email. Okay, so this is just one line of, okay, text appearing on your page. Okay, so I will now save this and let's see the output. Okay, so as you can see, it's printing register and login. Okay, and you can register or log in. Okay, so since there is no cookie yet, okay, meaning you are not logged in yet. Okay, so let us try logging in. Okay, by running the login, okay, file. Okay, so in your index.php, okay, you have this one. So meaning if you click the submit button, you're going to execute login PHP. So that is where we need to place the cookies. Okay, so let me open login.php now. Okay, this is my login.php. Okay, this is where we check if the user, okay, is registered or not using the select query. Okay, so in this place here, this is where I will insert the cookies. Okay, so this is the cookie initialization. Okay, so we have the following variables that is assigned as a cookie: email, okay, the email of the user who is trying to log in. Okay, so the following values will be assigned to a cookie. Okay, type, the type of user, which is either the admin or the customer, will be stored here. Okay, and then the user ID, okay, of the user logging in, either 1 or 2. Okay, and okay, we're not going to assign any values yet. Okay, so as you can see here, it's null. We're going to assign values based on the contents of our database, so it's not user defined. Okay, and the time here is -1, meaning, okay, the cookie will automatically clear its value when you, okay, close the browser. Okay, so it will automatically expire, okay, when you close the browser. Okay, so let's proceed to assigning values to a cookie, because as you can see here, we set it to null. Okay, so we're going to assign, okay, values for our cookie here. Okay, so since we're assigning cookies now, okay, we will no longer need the following statements. Okay, so you can just delete this. Okay, and assign cookies instead to identify if the user is a customer or administrator. Okay, and we can simply remove this also. So we're just going to redirect to index.php after logging in. Okay, so let us try. Okay, so the following values will be assigned, okay, to the 3 cookies, okay, that we initialize here. Okay, so this one, $row, is this variable which holds the contents of, okay, the values that are returned by running this query. Okay, so this is a record set. Okay, so $row holds the email, okay, of the record where this condition holds true. Okay, so we simply, okay, get the email, okay, and assign it to this cookie. Okay, the type of user, okay, if the user who logs in is this user, we're going to get this value, admin, and assign it to this cookie. Okay, same thing with the user ID. If this is the user who logs in, we're going to assign this value, okay, to this cookie. So $row is the, okay, field names. Okay, these are the field names, and user type, user ID, and email, okay, of the fields, okay, that are being selected. Okay, so if I save this, okay, and then go back to my example program, and I will now try logging in. Okay, so let me log in the first user. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, wait for a minute. Okay, let me try logging in. I must have typed a wrong password. Okay, so as you can see now, it shows log out and welcome admin and the email. So that is what we want to show here. Okay, so there will be no register and login hyperlink, okay, but it will show log out link and this particular text. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, you can choose to remove this one also. Okay, let me also remove that. Okay, so if the user who registered, okay, let me just remove this. Okay, and then this one. Okay, I think that's it. So let me save the file and then refresh. Okay, so as you can see, there is no login text field now. Okay, so even if I open the site again and refresh, okay, it will not show the values again. Okay, the only way to do that is to go to this option. Okay, so we can choose to clear the cookies and other site data. So if you click clear data, okay, and click refresh again, and as you can see, the cookies are now removed, okay, or cleared. We can now choose to log in again. Okay, so I can also choose to log in the second customer or the second user. Okay, so it will show, and there is no login text field here. Okay, so that is how cookies work. So you can choose to close the browser, okay, and it will also clear the cookies. Okay, so even if I Okay, remove this one and click refresh. Okay, so the cookies are still there. Okay, it's always present until you close the browser. Okay. Okay, so let us now proceed to log out. So if I click this one, as you can see, it's trying to execute logout PHP. Okay, so since we don't have logout PHP yet, okay, we're going to create this file. Okay, so new text document. Okay, logout PHP. Okay, so what will be the logout PHP? Okay, we should be able to remove all the cookies. So this is the logout PHP file. Okay, so no need to include the config.php. Okay, so we're going to remove all the cookies. Okay, clearing them of any values. As you can see, it's all null. So we're assigning null values to each cookie variable. Okay, and then we're going to go back to index.php. Okay, so there's a cookie stored on each variable. Okay, and if I click log out, okay, it will clear the cookie. Okay, so ayan. So even if I run the same site, okay, if I click refresh, okay, it will ask me to register and log in. So if you log in, okay, so there's a cookie assigned with a value. Okay, so even if you run the home page, okay, it will still show the same text unless you click log out. Okay, yan. So we have logout PHP now. Okay, next is what needs to be showing here after logging in. So after logging in, okay, you need to show some options that the administrator can do, okay, and things, okay, the customer can see, okay, in the page. Okay, so first is, okay, let's go back to, okay, so we're finished with the login PHP and also log out. Okay, so let's proceed to the index PHP. Okay, so in our index PHP, okay, if our cookie, okay, if its type is, okay, so we need to show something. Okay, so we need to include a file. Okay, so we need to include a file, okay, called show products. Okay, so you don't have to type all the PHP codes here, okay, in our index.php file. Okay, you simply execute another PHP file. Okay, so to reduce the lines of code, okay, in each PHP file. Okay, so let's now create the show product PHP. Okay, so this is my show product PHP. Okay, so in my show product PHP, okay, what do I need to display or show? Okay, so first I need to connect to my database. Okay, so I need to do this. Okay, so I need to connect to my database using config PHP. Okay, next is I need to run a query. Okay, so my query here is I'm going to select all the distinct values, okay, in my products table, okay, but only the distinct values of the product field. Okay, in my products table, as you can see, there's a field called product. Okay, this one. So this means product catalog, or sorry, product category. Okay, this is product category. Okay, so let me give you an example. I will now insert a value. Okay, so product category, for example, okay, video card. Okay, product name, okay, NVIDIA. Okay, description, okay, product link. So you can choose to type here the link. Okay, for example, and then product image. Okay, so you will simply type here the file name. Okay, you have 100 quantity. Okay, and insert. So as you can see, we have a record now. Okay, so the product here is the product category. So you can have multiple products with the same category. Okay, so that's the purpose of product. Okay, so going back to this PHP file, we're simply going to select all the distinct product categories. Okay, and then we're going to order them alphabetically, okay, by their spelling. Okay, so next is we're going to execute this query. Since this is just a string, we're going to execute the query using this function, and if it did not work, it will show the error. Okay, so otherwise $result okay, holds the value of the record set. Okay, so we simply create that record set, okay, using my SQL fetch array. Okay, so next is, okay, so we're going to store the category, okay, that we selected here. Okay, and then we're going to store it, okay, to this variable. Okay, so this variable now, okay, holds the current, okay, product category, okay, that we just selected. Okay, so next is we're going to perform a loop, okay, because we need to print all the product categories. Okay, so I will simply, okay, use the following codes. Okay, so we're going to execute the query. Okay, I think this one is redundant. Okay, no need for this one. Okay, so we're going to execute this a while loop. Okay, we're going to fetch the record set. Okay, and then we're going to store it in this array. Okay, so I think it's also redundant. No need to have this also. Okay, so $row, okay, is a variable that holds the first row. So this will continuously iterate until it reach the last row. So that is the time our while loop, okay, will terminate or exit. Okay, so while performing the iteration, it will print a list index in HTML, Okay, so these are all HTML, by the way. And creating a link, okay, that when clicked, it will redirect you to the current page, okay, which is in this case index, because this particular file, okay, is basically running in your index.php. So we're currently, okay, linked to that, and then it will create a URL, okay, prod, assigning a value, okay, the category, okay, and then showing the text, okay, the value of the category /a, okay, exiting the or ending the hyperlink, and /li ending the, okay, list index or item. Okay, so okay, if I run this program, okay, let me just, okay, terminate this, okay, and okay, I need to end also the, okay, close also the database connection. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so let me just remove this for now. Okay, okay, so let me save this, and let's try logging in. Okay, so as you can see, we have a hyperlink which is based on, okay, this particular line of code here, okay, showing the product category, which is video card. So if you have another product category, for example, okay, okay, this for example, okay, so you now have two product categories, so it will also show here two product categories. Okay, if you have another product category, okay, which is the same as the first one, okay, let me insert, okay, let me insert another one. Okay, as you can see, we have 3 video card product category and 1 processor. So if I run this, it will only show, okay, 1 processor and 1 video card link. Okay, so that's the purpose of having distinct, okay, plot, and it's also arranged alphabetically. Okay, so letter P mauna first, and then V. Okay, okay, so going back here, so next, let us add a functionality for the admin, okay, to add a new product. Okay, so since we're logged in as admin, we should show here a link, okay, new product. Okay, so it should only appear every time the admin is logged in. Okay, so going back here, okay, let us add a new link. So if since we assigned a value, okay, to this cookie during logging in, okay, as you can see, we have type, and we assign to this cookie the type of user, which is either, okay, let's go back here, which is either the admin or customer. We should be able to use that here. So if this cookie is admin, it will show this HTML. Okay, so we have here a JavaScript script, okay, slash script. Okay, we have here script slash script. So this is our JavaScript. So we created here a function. Okay, our function is called show prompt. Okay, initializing a variable, okay, called a prompt. So this will simply display a prompt message box, assigning to this variable a the value that is inputted here. So if you input something like motherboard, it will be assigned to this variable. Okay, so if a is null, for example, if a is not null, meaning a holds a value, if this variable holds a value, okay, which is not null, okay, it will redirect you to another PHP file, which is new product.php. Okay, the product type is the value that is inputted here. So if you input, for example, motherboard, okay, this variable holds motherboard. So product type equals to motherboard will be the URL. Okay, so ending the script. Okay, creating a list index or item, which is a link, okay, that redirects you nowhere. Okay, it will simply, okay, run or call the function. So it will simply call this function, okay, which is a message box. Okay, that's how you call a function. Okay, and return false if, okay, otherwise. Okay, so the link is add new. Okay, so if I save this one and go to my page, okay, it will show an add new link here. So if I click this one, it will show a message box, okay, which is what is we're calling a function. Okay, this is the function. And if you type, for example, motherboard, okay, which is a new product category, if you click OK, it will redirect you to another PHP file, okay, showing the product type. Okay, so this particular product is not yet inserted in our products table. So we need to create the new product PHP. Okay, so I will just copy this, go back here, and create the, okay, new product PHP. Okay, so what will be the new product PHP? Okay, so our new product PHP needs to connect again, okay, to our database. Okay, and then we need to get the value that is showing in our URL. Okay, this particular value is this one. Okay, so we need to get this, okay, by checking if it's not null. Okay, so if it's null, okay, if it's null, meaning it contains no value, we need to go back to our home page. Okay, so otherwise, okay, okay, we need to, okay, select if, okay, it's in the products table already. Okay, so this one holds a value. Okay, we're going to use that in our where clause in our select query. Okay, so if we found a record, okay, if this is 1, okay, there is a record on already similar to the product category you're trying to insert. Okay, so If it is found, okay, you're going to redirect to our home page. Otherwise, if it's new, okay, this condition is true, so you're trying to create a new, okay, product, so it's non-existing. So if this is true, okay, where is that? This one. If this is true, it's non-existing, we're going to insert, okay, this value in our products table, okay, use in this column, in the product field, okay, in this field, okay, product, okay. So this is what will happen if this particular PHP file executes. Okay, so let me just, okay, close the connection. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, let's go back to our page. Okay, let me check if the cookies are still running. Okay, as you can see, the cookies are still running. Let me click the add new. Okay, let me type motherboard. Okay, so you will see now the motherboard will appear as part of our LI. And if you go back to our products table, okay, it will also create a new record. Okay, so if I add motherboard again, okay, this particular condition should return false, okay, because motherboard is already present. Okay, so when we run this query, num results will return 1, so it will proceed sa else and it will redirect you to index. It will not do anything. Okay, so as you can see, we only have one motherboard product category. Okay, so it will not do anything, okay, in our MySQL. Okay, so that's how add new works. Okay, same thing if you click cancel. Okay, okay, so let's proceed to showing actual products or catalog in this page. Okay, so we will simply show different motherboards. If you click this link, okay, we need to show motherboards here. Okay, same thing if you click the processor link and video card, so we need to show products here. Okay, so to do that, let's go back to our okay, show product. Okay, and okay, and okay, let's create a table. Okay, so since our table is in HTML, you just can create a table like this. Okay, so you need to terminate the PHP. Okay, and okay, since this is a PHP statement, okay, you need to enclose this, okay, in this particular beginning and ending code block for PHP. Okay, so since this is HTML, okay, we're going to create a table here. Okay, and then okay, we can choose to run a query. Okay, so it's up to you if you wish to print this, okay, like this, okay, so that you don't have to terminate, okay, the PHP and continuously, okay, run PHP statements. Okay, so next is we're going to, okay, we're going to select the entire contents of our products table. Okay, but this time we're not going to select distinct values. We're going to select all. Okay, the entire contents of our products table. Okay, but this time our condition or where clause is based on the product category. Okay, that is, okay, that this variable holds. Okay, the problem is, okay, we don't have this variable yet. Okay, as you can see, we did not assign the variable. Okay, so we can do something like, okay, so we can do something like, okay, this one. Okay, okay, so request prod, okay, which is this one. Prod is the value or a variable that is printed here in our URL. Okay, so as you can see here, this one will hold true because prod is not null. Okay, as you can see, it holds this particular string. Okay, so this condition is true. Okay, so what it will do, it will assign a value to this variable, okay, which is the value, okay, that is shown here. So video card will be assigned to this variable. Otherwise, if this condition is false, okay, it will simply, okay, get the value of the first, okay, row, okay, of our table, which is this one, okay, video card. So video card will be assigned to this, okay, because we did not place this particular statement in a loop. Okay, like this one, $row prod cut, $row prod cut, this one is inside a loop. So we're simply moving from one row to the next. Since this is not inside a loop, okay, okay, so we need to have this statement. Okay, so this will simply, okay, select the last statement, I think. Okay, since our $row here is currently pointed to the last record. Okay, so, okay, so that's this variable will hold depending on the depending on this condition. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, after selecting the, okay, after selecting the product category, okay, we're going to perform another while loop. Okay, so let me put another while loop here. Okay, we're going to fetch, okay, values in our dollar result. Okay, this one, record set again. Okay, okay, and then we're going to assign values, okay, to the following variables. Okay, so the purpose of this is every time we iterate, we change the value of this variable, okay, all these variables, every time we move from one record to the next. Okay, because we're going to need the following variables and assign them, okay, in our HTML output. Okay, okay, so next is, okay, so next is we need to print an HTML output here. Okay, so one example is, okay, showing first the, okay, the image or the picture. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, we're going to create our table definition, okay, or our column. Okay, so since we have a table here already, okay, this one, okay, so we now have our first TD, and inside this TD or table definition is a hyperlink, okay, calling a JavaScript function, okay, and a picture, okay, which is under our folder, okay, under this folder, and okay, and another subfolder, upload. Okay, so we need to have this subfolder also, okay, because this is where all the files or images or product catalogs will be stored. Okay, so this is our record set product image, which is this one, product image. So currently it's null. Okay, so we're going to assign values, okay, to that column later. Okay, so the purpose of this function is you can choose to click the image and it will open another browser window showing a larger, okay, picture of that image. Okay, so this JavaScript function, okay, is this one. Okay, so let me show you. So this is our okay, so I'm putting my script, JavaScript, outside my PHP because I cannot have this inside my PHP because it contains a lot of special characters that will show an error message in my PHP. Okay, so I'm going to call this function every time I click the picture to increase its width and height. Okay, it will simply change its current width and height by showing another or opening another window. Okay, so the file name here is the parameter, okay, which is the image, okay, that is stored in this, okay, field. Okay, so going back here. Okay, so next is we're going to show also, okay, another TD, okay, which is the, okay, this is the product name. Okay, so the product name, okay, so the product name is this particular value. Okay, so next we have, okay, the, okay, product, okay, okay, we have the product link. Okay, so let me, okay, okay, this is the product link, okay, which is this particular field. Okay, and let's terminate the, okay, we started the TD here. Okay, so we're going to terminate the TD. Okay, so this is an entire TD. Okay, this is the second column and this is column 1. Okay, and we have, okay, this entire row. Okay, let me just include a row here. Okay, okay, and let's end the row also. Okay, okay, so okay, that's basically the entire table. Okay, so I added the following statements. Okay, this is the beginning and ending of our while loop. Okay, and okay, let's save the example code. Okay, refresh. So if I click motherboard, it will show this, okay, picture processor. So we have only one processor in our products, and then we have 3 video cards. We have 3 video cards. Okay, so that's basically how it should work. Okay, so we don't have any additional, okay, values, okay, in some of the fields yet. Okay, so since so this appears every time the admin and customer logs in. So if the customer logs in, okay, it should, the customer should see the same thing. Okay, ayan, customer. So if the admin logs in, okay, the admin should be able to modify, okay, the values. Okay, so we should include an option here. Okay, since this is the administrator, we should be able to edit, delete, okay, each products, okay, showing here. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so let's go back to our show product. Okay, so in here, okay, so we need to add a drop down box, okay, so that we can choose to delete this, edit, okay, or maybe insert a new product. Okay, so I'm going to be using, okay, this particular okay, functionality in PHP. So using this, we can choose to create HTML without using print, okay, all the time. Okay, so meaning you can automatically, okay, type HTML here, okay, or JavaScript. No need to include print like this, for example. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to create, okay, a drop down, okay, option, okay, web button. Okay, so I need to put this, okay, inside my, okay, I need to put this inside my okay, table. Okay, so this must be placed, okay, after, so it must be here. Okay, okay, so I need to put this one. Ayan. Okay, so okay, as what I said, okay, using this one, you can start writing, okay, multiple or series of text that needs to be printed. okay, without typing print multiple times. Okay, this one starts the sequence of string, okay, and this one ends it. Okay, so this will create an option, okay, button. So as you can see, ayan, okay, so we have delete. If you wish to delete this particular product, or if you want to edit something like the price, or if you want to insert. So if I click insert anywhere, insert here, it will insert another product. So you can choose to insert or click insert anywhere. It will simply add another, okay, item. Okay, so going back here, so every time I click, okay, any option here, it will call the function go to, okay, their $id, and it will require a parameter. Okay, so this is a JavaScript function. Okay, so that JavaScript function is, okay, this one. Okay, I will also put it here. Okay, since I can choose to add, okay, this is JavaScript, by the way, this is not PHP. Okay, so I can choose to add, put HTML here like this. This is HTML, okay, and this is JavaScript. Okay, so this function will be called every time I select any option here. Okay, so this parameter, okay, will be assigned to this parameter. Okay, so calling this function, okay, assigns this, okay, which is either okay, default, delete, edit, or insert. Okay, so that is our OPT. Okay, so we have here variables. Okay, so the first variable here, this one, path. Okay, so path here is the value that is selected. So if you select, for example, edit, okay, you select that one, okay, we're simply returning the value. Okay, so this is basically edit. Okay, so we're going to use path later, okay, in here. Okay, so we're going to be using that. Okay, and then this one is the window or the URL. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, so if path, for example, this one, okay, is not default, okay, which is, as you can see, this is default, this one, that dash dash dash, that is the default. Okay, ayan, diba, default. Okay, so that is the okay, current value. So if it's not default, okay, meaning you did not select this, okay, you selected something else, probably delete, edit, or insert. Okay, so this particular condition is true, and at the same time, okay, path is not equals to null. Okay, so meaning it holds a value, and path is not equals to old path, okay, which is this one. So meaning it's not the current URL. Okay, so if all conditions are true, okay, we will now proceed to the next or inner if statement. Okay, so if you choose delete, if you choose this one, this particular option, okay, these statements will be executed. It will ask or show a message box, okay, okay, asking you to confirm, asking for a confirmation because you currently selected delete. Okay, if R is true, okay, meaning you click yes, okay, R is true, it will execute a PHP file or call a PHP file, delete item. Okay, it will simply assign a value to prod, okay, which is the category and the ID. So all of these variables, prod, cat, and $ID, is already been assigned here. Okay, so where is that? Okay, this one. Okay, so ID, product name, and product cat, okay, or category. So we are simply using the following values in the URL. Okay, so otherwise, if you did not click yes, it will simply redirect you back, okay, to our home page, showing the category that you currently selected. Okay, so it will not do anything. Okay, otherwise, if you click edit, okay, this particular option, it will redirect you to, okay, index PHP, okay, and, okay, the product category and the path, okay, which is edit. Okay, so path is equals to edit, so it will show in this URL, okay, the following. Okay, let me show you. I will now, okay, I will just save this first and then refresh. I will click edit. Yan. So as you can see, it will show prod video card, okay, which is the category. Okay, path is edit. Okay, this particular text is because of path. Okay, so path here is the option that you selected, either delete, edit, or insert. And then the $ID is the ID of each product. So if you click edit this, product ID 1. If you click edit this, product ID 3. So if I go to my products table, okay, video card, this is product ID 1. Video card, this is product ID 3. Video card, this is product ID 4. So this is product ID 4. Okay, as you can see. And this is product ID 3 and product ID 1, because these are the products that you wish to delete. So you need to have their product ID. Okay, so that's the purpose of having a product ID. Okay, so that's basically the edit functionality. So what if I wish to click or you select insert? Okay, this option. So it will call another PHP file, okay, assigning a value to the URL, which is the category. So if I click insert, okay, call another PHP file and assigning a value, okay, to prod, okay, which is this particular category. Okay, so that's the function of this input box. So these input boxes, so this drop down boxes will only appear if you're, okay, an administrator. Okay, so you need to have this, okay, if you're the admin. Okay, so I did not include an if statement here yet, okay, because I want this functionality to appear, okay, only for administrators. Okay, so I need to have, okay, this statement. Okay, so I have the beginning. Okay, so the ending of this is, okay, in here. Okay, ayan. Okay, so you need to be an administrator and you must currently and at the same time, okay, you did not choose any options yet. Okay, so you did not click, okay, the edit, okay, because edit will appear in the URL, diba? If I click edit, Ayan, edit is 1. So if edit is 1, okay, this condition is false because edit is not null. Okay, so let me save this. So you need to be the admin, and okay, you did not select the edit, okay, functionality. Okay, so let me select motherboard. As you can see, there's this functionality for each product. Okay, what if you're a standard customer? Okay, let me check the password. Okay, AAA1, and this is BBB1. Okay, so as you can see, there is no functionality here to add a new category, and there is no drop down box here. Okay, so let's log in as admin again. Okay, so that's the purpose of having this. Okay, so next is we need to add functionality if I wish to edit. Okay, I want to add a picture here, and I wish to change all of this. Okay, because some of these are null, so I want to insert values for these records, and I also wish to upload a picture so that it will appear here in the page. Okay, so if I click edit, edit here will now hold a value. Okay, so this particular condition, okay, should be true. Okay, so this is false, but if this condition holds a value, we can simply do something. Okay, we can edit, okay, the value or item that is selected. Okay, so let's go back to our show product and simply use this particular condition. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so first is, first is this one. Okay, so all of this should be for the edit is equals to null. Okay, all of this is for edit is equals to null. Okay, so else otherwise, okay, if it's not equals to null, it needs to be doing something else. Okay, so let me use an else if here. Okay, so edit must be equals to the current row ID, okay, that is being selected. Okay, so the current ID, since we're doing this in a loop, okay, we're inside the while loop. Okay, we're inside the while loop. We need to check if you are selecting the correct ID. So if you're going to edit this particular item, it must be for this particular item that the editing will happen. Okay, so you need to check if it's equal, okay, with the current ID that is selected. Okay, So in this case, okay, this one, okay, we're going to, instead of this, okay, we're going to print this if this condition is true. Okay, so we're now going to include a product name, okay, value, quantity, okay, and all of that. Okay, we will basically create a new TD. Okay, so this one contains, okay, another table. Okay, we're creating another table inside the table. Okay, and then we're going to include an input box, product name, holding the product name that is going to be edited. Okay, quantity, another input box for quantity. Okay, okay, so I have here the following statements that I added. So this will be printed if you wish to edit, okay, the item. Okay, so I have the following codes. So this is for the picture. Okay, yeah, that's for the picture, and this one is for the product name. Okay, these are all HTML. Okay, you have another input type text for quantity. Okay, assigning the value, okay, based on the ID of that product. Okay, you have product description, old price, and the current price. Okay, so that's the entire HTML, okay, that will be printed if you wish to edit. Okay, so let me save this and run. Okay, you wish to edit, for example, this particular graphics card. If I click edit, okay, it will show the picture, okay, and the values that is present here. Okay, so all of these values will be shown in each input box because, okay, as you can see here, okay, okay, as you can see, value is getting the current column, okay, because we're running in a loop. Okay, so this is a loop. Okay, so, and then we have here picture. So picture is, okay, okay, where is that? Okay, this one. Okay, so picture is an input name, input type file. Instead of type text, this is type file. Okay, because we're going to upload, okay, a picture. Okay, any of these pictures will be uploaded and placed in the upload folder. Okay, that's the purpose of having an upload folder. Okay, so if I select this one, okay, and click open, select this particular picture, click open, it will be shown here. Okay, okay, ayan, this is the picture file. And if I click save, okay, nothing happens. Okay, because you need to add a form. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, in our edit. Okay, and we need to add the following. Okay, so we need to have this one, okay, somewhere. Okay, we need to have this Okay, we can assign this here. Okay, ayan. Okay, so this is the result when you click the submit button. Okay, so when you click the submit button, okay, it will look for this particular HTML and it will proceed to the edit item.php. Okay, so the encoding type is multi-part form data, so it can be a file. Okay, and we have the following hidden values here. Okay, assigning a product category to this particular hidden field, and ID, okay, of the product, okay, to this particular hidden field. Okay, so that's it. If I save this and click OK, let me choose a file, click the save button, as you can see, it will proceed to the edit item PHP. Okay, because we now have this. Okay, so let us now create the edit item PHP. Okay, so edit item PHP. Okay, where is that? This one. Okay, so what's in our edit item PHP? Okay, so our edit item PHP contains the following codes. Okay, so we're going to connect again to our MySQL. Okay, actually, yes, this is needed because we're going to perform an update query. Okay, so okay, if the field name, okay, or file name is not null, meaning it contains a value, you can proceed to updating the product name, product description, okay, what else, last price, so on and so forth. Okay, otherwise, okay, if there is no file name, okay, this one, there's no file name here. Okay, where is that? Edit item. Okay, it will proceed sa else. Okay, and does the same thing, updates everything except, okay, except the except this one. Okay, so if this particular condition is false, it will not change the product image, okay, because you did not choose a file. Okay, and then it will execute this string, okay, to apply the changes. Okay, and then let's proceed here. This one checks the file type, so you can only upload files, okay, you can only upload files of type JPEG, GIF, and the size must be less than, okay, okay, so only this file size will be accepted. Okay, so if all of these conditions are met, okay, it will proceed to another if statement. Okay, so if file error, if there is no file error, okay, it will proceed to this code block. Otherwise, it will show the error message. Okay, so we have here another condition. If there is no error, it will now check if the file exists. So this is the path, okay, and the file name, okay, that is been selected here. Okay, so that is the file name, and then when that is done, Okay, let me just remove this. It will now call the function to move the file in our temporary folder, which is the file is going to be stored here temporarily and then moved to this particular path. Okay, it will be moved from the tmp folder to site upload. Okay, that is where the file will be moved. Okay, and then when that is done, we're going to redirect to index again, but selecting the category that is previously selected. Okay, so that is our edit item.php. Okay, so let us try this functionality. So let us try uploading a picture to this particular graphics card. Okay, so choose file. I'm going to select this one. Okay, save. Ayan. So as you can see, a picture is shown here in my PHP my admin. It shows BGA1 JPEG, which is the picture that is selected. And if you go to the upload folder, there is the file here. Okay, so you can choose to select this one, edit. Okay, let me add product. Okay, Radeon. Okay, quantity. Okay, HD 5450. Okay, and then this can be Radeon AMD.com, for example. Okay, price before, price now. Choose a picture. Okay, all of these picture files, by the way, are not present here, so it will simply, okay, be copied to that location. Okay, save. Okay, so there is now a picture. So let us check if this particular function works. Okay, we're going to open another window, changing the height and width, okay, of the picture. So if I click this, you will see another window changing the picture uploaded is by default small, so you can choose to upload, okay, a bigger picture. Okay, so that when you click the picture, it will show a much larger image. Okay, so it shows here the FTP content. Okay, so if you click the picture, because the directory browsing is enabled. So if I click this one, you can choose to edit the file. So this is, by the way, motherboard. Okay, so motherboard. Okay, description. Okay, price, picture. Okay, do we have a motherboard? Okay, save. Okay, so we now have a motherboard, a video card, motherboard. Okay, we can choose to insert. Okay, we don't have that PHP file yet. Okay, okay, so that's our edit functionality. So let's proceed to insert. So we're going to create a new item PHP. Okay, so let's proceed here. Okay, we're now going to create. Okay, this is new item PHP. So what will be our new item PHP? Okay, so our new item PHP contains the following codes. Okay, so we're simply going to insert, okay, the product category that is currently, okay, found here. So if you click processor, as you can see, product category is processor. It will add another processor value in this table. Okay, so if I click insert, it will do just that. So this is our new item. Okay, let me save this. Okay, so let's try this functionality. So currently there is one motherboard. Okay, if I click new or insert, it will add another one. So there is now 2 motherboard, 1 processor, 3 video card. Okay, so you can now choose to edit this. Okay, let me choose a picture. Okay, this is my motherboard. Okay, Acer. Okay, I can just type anything, just an example, and then save. So I now have 2 motherboards, 1 processor, and 3 video cards. Okay, you can choose to insert another one. Ayan, so you now have 3. You just have to edit this. Okay, choose another picture. Okay, this one. Okay, as you can see, you now have 3 motherboards, 1 processor, and video card. Okay, so you can choose to insert another processor if you want. So that is how the edit and insert, okay, functionality works. So what about delete? Okay, so there's a prompt. So this particular message is because of this one. Okay, so we added that functionality before. Okay, this one, a confirmation. Okay, if you want to delete the product, which is Asus. Okay, so that is the product name. Okay, so if I click OK, it will proceed to this PHP file. So let us create that PHP file for this functionality to work. Okay, so this is our PHP file. Delete item.php. Okay, so what will be the code for this PHP file? Okay, it's a simple delete. So we just use the product ID and the product description. So the 2 values are needed. So we're going to delete the product ID. Okay, only the product ID. So only the product ID is needed. So product ID is found here. So these are all product IDs. So if you wish to delete one product, you need to have the ID because they are all unique. Okay, so that's the purpose of having this value. So let me save this. Okay, and go to motherboard, delete. Yes, so you can see it's deleted. Processor, delete. Okay, delete. Okay, video card, motherboard, there's no more processor. Okay, you can choose to delete this one. Okay, so that's basically it. So as what I said, this functionality only applies to administrator. If you log in as a customer, sorry, wrong password. So my customer is AAA1. Okay, so as you can see, there's no functionality to edit, delete, or insert. Okay, because you're a customer. Okay, so hopefully you can apply this, all of this. Okay, PHP okay, functionalities in your HTML template. Okay, so that's the purpose of having PHP, applying it in your HTML template. Okay, so that's it for now. See you again in my next video, and I will add more functionalities in my PHP page. Okay, bye bye.